Oh no, can you hear me now? Okay, hopefully everything's working now. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, good. All right, sorry. All right, as I was saying, thank you for being here, and I apologize for being running late today. Life. Plus, but anyway, I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers. Thank you. And we have got a great community. Because of your kindness, you've been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And for watching on replay, hello. Don't forget, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there on all of the regular noon live streams. They're for literally, what am I? I'm nearing 2,500 videos on this channel. And almost all of them are time-stamped. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, whatever works best for you. So, yeah, so I guess we should jump into it. I'm glad you guys like the yeah. If I had more time, I would have made the made the ties red, but I think it works. Okay. All right. All right. Where? All right. So let me move this over just right here so I can see the questions properly. And now we're cooking with gas. All right. On today's episode, the U.S. Court of Appeals has temporarily reinstated Trump's tariffs. Wild stories are coming out of the White House about Leon Musk and his periodic table pillboxes. And new court documents allege the Trump administration has been using off-record doxing groups to get information on people without a warrant. Yeah. Oh, we had boos and hisses. Oh, okay. All right, so we will jump in at 3 minutes, 50 seconds in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Yes, Bernadette, into the muck we go. Yes. But we're doing it together. We go through the news together. And I'm using this starter deck again. Just why not? I don't know. It seems to give pretty good results. So, okay. So, the U.S. Court of Appeals has temporarily reinstated Trump's tariffs because that dumpster fire needed to be reignited. In its brief order, the Federal Circuit gave the two sets of plaintiffs, 5 U.S.-based companies and a group of 12 states, until June 5th to respond to the Trump admin's request for a stay. The appeals court has agreed to consider the pair of cases together. So the good news is it's May 30th, so June 5th isn't that far off. But oh, it is so glorious. Ooh, cards coming right off the top of the deck. It's just, it feels very straightforward. Ooh, government on the defensive. Feeling beaten up, rather. I keep forgetting I can't, when I use other decks, I can't just rely on the pictures as to which card it is. Yeah, these are people who, they've been harmed by this. Ace of Cups, standing up, a group of them together. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, but Nine of Wands. So yeah, this is just talking about the people in the government, the people bringing the suit. But it ends with the government not so happy. Let's see. On the top of this, it reads, awaiting tribulation, deception, order. Yeah. And those of you who are fairly new, I hope you understand I do know how to read the cards. I don't actually need a starter deck, but I find it interesting what different people put along the top for the meanings. Sometimes it's like, that's interesting. Burns saw the colors in that starter deck, found one for sale on eBay. Oh, excellent. These are not that expensive. I mean, there's a link, at least there was yesterday, there was a link in the description box to Amazon, and this deck was like $10.50 plus tax. It wasn't bad at all. But anyway, so what's going to happen with the tariffs? Will the court succeed in just gathering up basically all of Trump's tariffs? Just okay, the couple we'll leave over there, but for the most part, just pull them in and we'll just go, which is kind of what they did the other day. 10 of Swords, ouch, legal rulings. Oh, that's gotta hurt. All right, there's the country. 9 of Coins. That's people sitting pretty. People have money. These, we know how they are. We know the dumpster fire administration, everyone related to them. We have money. What's your problem? Ace of Cups. This is a new start. So there's a chance that if they want tariffs, it will have to go through Speaker Mikey the Heretic. Yes, Amy Albert, thank you. $10.40 on Amazon. Okay, thank you. Well, we have questions. I know we have at least, I think we've got 2 economy questions later, so we'll dig into that then. Okay, 8 minutes, 30 seconds in. Reports. Oh, this is great. He's been gone for 3, 2, 1. Reports are already coming out of the White House discrediting Leon Mucky. You don't say. According to RawStory and the New York Times, who said this? I've got a quote. This is, I guess, anonymous sources said, quote, he told people he was taking so much, is it Special K? Is that the street name? I don't know. I don't, well, I guess I could say it. We'll see what YouTube does. He told people he was taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder. A known effect of chronic use. Actually, it's a very, very bad. Like, it gets, like, it isn't like, oh, I'm getting a little pain, or, oh, it's not great. No, it's like you keep doing that and you don't have one anymore. So he took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms. And he traveled with a daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including one with the markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it, unquote. So he's walking around with the periodic table of pill boxes. Okay. You know, you can't keep doing this kind of stuff for long periods of time without let's say, shortening your trip to this beautiful planet. Wow. So, House Democrats have filed a civil liability against Musk to hold him personally liable for the work he's done at DOGE. Now that this is becoming public knowledge, will some of his decisions be revoked? Because the courts have already revoked a bunch of them. So is this, which says, go ask Alice. Yep. Washington, D.C., Valley of the Pills. People who, this kid's asking, how does a drug-dependent person like that become CEO anywhere? Money and connections, but mainly money. You have to understand his family. He comes from money. He comes from my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is his family was super wealthy from basically blood emeralds in southern Africa. So he already had a whole lot of money. So yes, people who could not possibly get even be hired for the most menial jobs in a company, yeah, they can end up up at the top. That's money for you. Just money. Nothing else, just money. And this is what happens when decisions are made just for money. So, ugh. 3 of Swords. Ouch. Absence, sorrow, disappointment, sorrows, prayers. Oh, on top of the government. Yeah. Knight of Swords. Oh yeah, he's gonna come in there and just slash things. But then 6 of Cups. What he found was there wasn't quite as much to cut as he thought. They kind of bought that whole thing about how the government there's all this waste and they can just cut all of it. No, not really. There's somebody says conflict diamonds. I think it was emeralds. It was the emerald equivalent. Ace of Swords. Ooh, Sword of Truth. The world. Day late and a dollar short. A lot of his stuff has already been overturned, and this doesn't look good. One of the reasons they're coming out and attacking Musk is because they have to discredit him, because he was not able to find the kinds of fraud that he said were there, that he said he was going to find, that he promised he was going to find. Between that and plus the possibility of the tariffs being overturned, the big bonkers budget, the math ain't mathin'. They need both of those things in order to make their big bonkers budget actionable, workable, and it's not. So, yeah. Well, I am not going to, thank you, Visualize 70. I am not going to disagree with you there. Star says, Muskie is not an attractive guy. Agreed. Well, that's the other thing. Now, yesterday I tried to avoid the gossipy things, but Stephen Miller, Nosferatu, is so awful and has so much power that if he goes off the rails, that's not good. That's not good for any of us. If he's allowed to just, uncurl his toes from the rafters, his claws from the rafters, and climb down, and if he's allowed to fly around and and then go back up into the attic of the White House and hang upside down again. If he's allowed to flap around like that too much, that could hurt. That could hurt a lot of people. And there's a surprising amount of talk that his wife might be done with him. So she worked in the government. And when Musk left, she left to go work for him full time. Some people are saying, a strangely high number of people are saying that she actually has just left, even though they have children. Generally, I wouldn't care. Because yes, exactly, Cindy Poole. She is heinous. She thought it was a flex that she has said, oh, people told me the separation of children from their parents during the first administration. They said I should go down there and I'd feel differently about it. Well, I went down there and they were wrong. And she thinks, that's a flex? Yeah, she's heinous. She's heinous. So I don't know how either of them are going to find anybody else, but Raymond's, I'll just put this up. Hang on, where'd it go? Oh, it jumped. Wait. There we go. Whew. Okay. Anyway, so Musk may have not only left with all of that, he might have done all that, he might have walked off with Stephen Miller's wife. Oh, three people who absolutely deserve each other. King of Cups. Oh, I guess some people find him charming. I don't see it, but okay. Whoa. Strength, judgment, Four of Wands. So, yeah, they've kicked him out of the clubhouse, and they're trying to pour whatever isn't working. They're now trying to pour it on the outsider. But anyway, all right, enough about them. But enough about me. What do you think about me? I am kidding. All right. Here, okay, so a little snap noise. 2 snaps. There we go. Snap noises. All right. Yes, Sabine says, oh, he took a souvenir? Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Pretty awesome yourself. All right. Now this is one of the most infuriating questions for today, but we go through the news together. That's what we do. So you're not alone. We can look at the news, we can deal with whatever is going on, and then we can get on with our day. So you are informed. New court documents allege that the Trump administration has been colluding with anti-Palestine doxxing groups off the record to get people deported, allegedly illegally obtaining information about them without a warrant. And this is new court documents. So really, the government thought they could just do an end run around, I don't know, the Constitution by going and finding a doxing group to get people's addresses and whatever information they needed. Thank you, Melissa. That's very sweet. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I agree. Surprise. Yeah. Oh, Tishy is saying, I think I'm going to die of not surprised. Yes. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they're playing fast and loose with things that you can't know. No, that's not for you. Being sent back to work. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. These are the cases being brought against the government, the lawyers. Four of Cups. We know that he's still complaining that due process is going to take too long. He's still complaining about that. Nine of Pentacles is usually a sitting pretty card. And frankly, unless you go get a warrant, people should be fine. Unless you get a warrant. That's what they're for. Go do your work. Go do your jobs. That's what I'm getting. Warrior Witch, that is on the list. If you can see in the description box, all the questions are there. Thank you. Is Valerie from Sage the Scales Tarot here? Hello. Hello. Okay. Is the government going to get their legal briefs handed to them? Oh, Carolyn, thank you. I look forward to watching you every day. It helps me feel hope. Thank you. It's so kind. You give me hope. Seriously, I don't know how I'd get through the news without being able to go through it with you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, are they going to have their legal briefs handed back to them? Three of Swords, legally, ouch. Ace of Cups, that's a lot of pushback. Five of Wands, unsatisfied desires. Eight of Wands, swift activity, speed, hasty decisions. Yeah. I think some of this is going to be a little bit of a problem. That's what the cards are saying. Wow. It says we're all codependent. Yes, we are. Well, dependent anyway. I'm a codependent, but yeah, me. I know what you mean. Sorry, I was being way too literal. It's a joke. Thank you. Oh, Warrior Witch, you are a sweetheart. Thank you. All right. Well, isn't this interesting? So at 24:15, back 24. There we go. So President Dumpster Fire went on a rant. I know, shocking. After a new rant on social media, Trump took on the Federalist Society and called Leonard Leo a sleazebag. Everybody just take a step back. Just grab whatever tea or coffee you have handy. Okay. Oh no, continue. Yes. He is a sleazebag. Go ahead, Dumpy. Tell him what a sleazebag he is. Hey, Leonard Leo, you want to get in on this? We'd like to hear what you have to say about, President Dumpster Fire too. Just go ahead. We'll just sit here. Yeah, I totally agree. What a sleazebag. Yeah, absolutely. Pundits think Trump might have just blown any clout he has with the Supreme Court. What? Has he really let his mouth write a check that his behind can't cash. All right, let me look for the, let me pull up the original link. Incomprehensible meltdown. Donald Trump, a decision by Donald Trump to flip out on social media. This is on RawStory. Links in the description. And unload on a close associate of multiple Supreme Court justices will likely come back to haunt him. Yeah, we call Leonard Leo a sleazebag. Yeah. For once, we're in agreement. After Trump tariffs, the tariffs were put on temporary pause. That's why he's mad. He basically said that he only put the names of that the one judge on that panel in the trade court. One of them was a judge he put up for appointment, and now he's blaming the Federalist Society. I just took the list from the Federalist Society, and it's their fault. Because of course nothing is chicken's fault. I was new to Washington. Oh, are you that weak and small and pathetic? Are you just a tiny little, just man baby? Oh. I was new to Washington, and it was suggested that I use the Federalist Society as a recommending source on judges. I did so, but then realized they were under the thumb of a real sleazebag named Leonard Leo, a bad person. Continue, please. A bad person in his own way probably hates America and obviously has his own separate ambitions. Go on. Go on. We'll wait. He openly brags how he controls judges and even justices in the Supreme Court. I hope that it's not so, and don't believe that it is. I hope that is not so, and don't believe it is. In any event, Leo left the Federalist Society to do his own thing. Oh yeah. So is this going to help dumpster fire in any way? Hang on. Warrior Witch needs some encouragement. Needs a little encouragement in the chat, if you wouldn't mind. Is this really going to hurt him, or is it just eh? Oh, Raymond, I came with pictures one day. You must have not been here because I came with a whole set of pictures about that. Queen of Wands. Yeah, well, they're all in that extremist garbage. Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands. Oh, the victim. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, and gentlethems, I give you the victim. From Cartman's Handy Dandy, Drama Triangle, Amaze Your Friends. Always at the bottom of a triangle, the victim. And he'll jump up and be I'm the savior, I'm the chosen one. He literally said, standing out in front of behind the White House, pointed up when he said it. I am the chosen one. The savior, but then people don't appreciate him, so you fall back to being the victim, and then he jumps up to be the persecutor and be heinous and awful, and then when he gets a little bit of pushback, it falls back to being the victim. No one's been treated worse than Trump. And around and around and around he goes. Yes, Lois, richest victim. Unfortunately, when it comes to people who live on the drama triangle, there's nothing you can do. It's brutal because the only thing you can do is get away from them until they decide at some point down the line that they want to actually fix the problem. And he's never going to. Here's the world. Oh, it went badly for him. He's the victim. Everything is conspiring against him, and oh, no one's been treated worse than him. No president, and he has said this, no president's been treated worse than me. Go away, JFK. I don't want to hear it, Lincoln. 3 of 3. Okay, the Federalist Society, they give you the plans. That's what that is. 5 of Cups, the disappointment. What the, oh. Yeah, he's a child. He is a spoiled, vicious child. So, I am actually imagine that most of the right-wing people in the Supreme Court, they don't care. They have their own agendas. Working. King of Swords. They're your judges and legal people. Knight of Wands. Some of them were working for the far right agenda. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to have to worry that much. But boy, does he live on the drama triangle. Wow. Thank you for becoming a member, Carmen. Thank you. It really helps. Thank you. Bernie says psychotic narcissist. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. All right. Debsy says, call this whiner a ambulance. Yes. Okay. So, anyway. All right. Debbie gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. Oh yeah, SKB. Taco man. He'll always be a taco man. Yeah. Do I still have that? I think I left the graphic in here. I did from yesterday. For anyone who missed it. That's what the taco references are about. Anyway, all right. Okay, so oh, sorry, I shouldn't be getting notifications. Quit that. There. Sorry. Oh, Mama to 2 Huskies. Thank you. Thank you. It really helps. Thank you. Okay. Let's just go on to this. This is 34, 35. Okay, there are two things, and okay, look. I realize that some people tune in to live streams like mine because they want all hope. They want all positivity. I try to give as much positivity. I think most of the positivity is that we're in this together. We look at the news together. We meet up every single day. I'm here literally every single day, and have been for years. So, I also give you some real talk. And we're about to have some real talk because I want you to be aware of 2 potential things, right? Potential. There's no guarantee that these are going to do heinous things. But there are 2 things happening that you should be aware of. Just think in the distance. They are lightening crypto regulations on banks. They are working to try and basically banks would be able to trade in crypto. There's a reason that they're not allowed to. There's a reason that there are banking regulations, because we've seen what happens when there aren't, or when they aren't enforced. You can just go back to 2008. It's just a matter of time. When you get rid of banking regulations, it is only a matter of time before the banks get themselves into some heinous bind and we have another banking crisis. So MLR says this is all just to support international money laundering. That too. But this is bad. This is bad. I mean, I will never forget back in 2008 when the market crashed because of all the subprime mortgages, et cetera, et cetera. When the stock market crashed, was it one of, was it, who was it in, because in 2008, Obama was voted into office in November, but in 2008, he wasn't in office yet. So it would have to be somebody either in the Federal Reserve or somebody working for W. They went to the banks after the market had closed for the day. It had just tanked. And he collectively went to the banks and said, they were saying, we're not opening tomorrow. And he said, you have to open tomorrow. And they're like, no, it's too risky. We're not doing it. And whoever it was in the government said, you have to open tomorrow or you may never open again. And it wasn't a threat. It was runs on banks, the possibility of just how bad this was going to be unless the banks started acting normally. And we spend how much money trying to save the economy? And the ultra rich? We don't want to do that again. But the whole point of crypto is it's not backed by anything. As a matter of fact, the only reason that there's any security, blockchain is the security. The only reason that blockchain is it. And that's how you mine crypto. Is with the blockchain, which is heinous for the environment. But anyway, here's the thing. We already have a fiat currency because we're not on the gold standard. And that's risky. But crypto is based on nothing. And the only security is that blockchain. And as we speak, they're working really, really hard on quantum computing and new forms of computing and supercomputers that will look at blockchain and just go, broken. And then all of that money in crypto, technology only has to advance, and then all of that money in crypto. So, but yeah, let's not get the banks involved. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, Mimi, nothing from nothing is still nothing. Yes. Bernie says, thanks to the FDIC, our money is safe in the bank. Exactly. But I don't know if it's in this budget. I know that when President Dumpster Fire got in there, they were talking about trying to get rid of the FDIC. But I don't think that happened. Actually, I know it didn't happen. But I wonder if they're still trying. That I don't know. But right now, no, I'm not saying we should. There should be no runs on the bank. I'm not saying this is happening tomorrow. But I do want you to be aware of what's happening. That if the less regulation there is on the banks, the more it's just a matter of time. So, thank you, Scanman. That was the Secretary of the Treasury and the Director of the FDIC. Thank you. Thank you. Falling Tower. That's a card for the reading. So, there's a really ugly card behind that, too. So the card for the reading, and there's money. Money supply. Yeah, those are cards for the reading. I think we're in the right area. Ace of Cups. Great abundance. It's true. There's a Justice card. Ten of Pentacles. So the dynasty, the rich families. Knight of Swords. Those should be the regulators. But Nine of Wands. Look, I have trouble understanding sometimes why certain members of the Dumpster Fire administration have managed to coordinate the color of their suit and their shoes. And there aren't that many options. But this could get out of their control very quickly. And it's just to help the super rich. Now, it could. Doesn't mean it is guaranteed to, but it doesn't. Yeah, this is just a reminder. And the cards are saying as well, it's like, yep. The more you roll back those regulations, the more likelihood that's exactly where we're going. So, okay. The other thing I have heard about. Now, I have not heard mainstream media talking about this. So, but I've heard talk of it. So I wanted you to be aware and tell me I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please. Basically, what happened is during the pandemic in 2000, there were a lot of people who took out either second loans on their homes to survive that, or they were able to get mortgages or whatnot. But apparently, certain pandemic era mortgages are coming due, or loans are coming due. So, this kid says, wouldn't crypto undermine the dollar? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and we're going to have mortgage default problems. We've already got housing problems. And what happened after 2008 is people who still had money went out scooping up properties that were being foreclosed on and then renting them out for higher prices. And here we are. That's true, Raymond. Nixon is no longer a crook compared to today's standards. I hardly did anything at all, really. All right, I like the strength card. That makes me happy because I don't like people getting hurt. So, Four of Swords. This would be signing something and then it's just ticking away in the background before it comes due. Seven of Coins, Fruits of Labor. So, yeah, You signed a thing that you pay back this money later. There's the Hermit, King of Wands, and the Fool. So the good news is I don't see the Hierophant right in the middle of this, but it's not good. The people who got caught up in this, and you're certainly not going to get help from these yahoos. So, all right. So at least I'm not getting 2008 light. Summer Virgo says, I remember 2008 well. I was working at a bank. It was horrible. Oh, I am so sorry. Four of Cups. This is a refusal to listen. Refusal to show empathy. Two of Swords. This is a decision that was made. Page of Swords. People left holding. Yeah. So it's not going to be good, but it doesn't feel, the cards aren't saying, and it doesn't necessarily feel like it's going to crash the economy, but it's still going to be pretty ugly. And I feel so bad for people who did the best they could, no matter what their circumstances, loan or not, who did as much as they could just to survive the pandemic. So, bless. Terry says, I was working at a law firm in 2008 that did forest land evictions. It was sad. Oh, sorry. Man. Okay. This is interesting. Allison has a question at 4810. Now, I have not seen this video, but perhaps you have. So, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, so MBS, yeah, Mohammed bin Salman, okay, MBS, and Jerry Inzerio, is that the name? They showed Trump pictures when Trump was overseas. They were kind of laughing. They showed him, they had handed some pictures to Trump, and he was visibly shaken by what he saw. So the question here is, was it blackmail, or was it something really bad? You would think at this point that Donald J. for Genius Trump couldn't be blackmailed, because so many of his heinous things are just out in the open. Mr. 34 felony convictions, adjudicated R word, 6 bankruptcies, $25 million settlements, etc., etc. But Gene Hall says, I tried to find a video of that, but I couldn't. Okay. Six of Cups. That would be that could very well be the old-fashioned nature of what the president is supposed to be. Four of Wands, Six of Coins, Three of Cups. Oh. All right. I'm not getting big dramatic cards. Dun, dun, dun. But I am. Yeah, it does. Okay, Four of Wands. This is Mar-a-Lago. This is Trump's base of power, his happy place. Well, other than overseeing straight up cruelty. But anyway, other than throwing immigrants to actual lions, there's charity, there's a celebration. I mean, this could be blackmail after a party, but these are pretty weak cards. So I don't know that was what this. I'm just not getting. Sherry's pictures from MBS. Then Trump turned on Putin. Do you think maybe that was related? Okay. Deb says a couple of Australian readers said their reading saw blackmail as possible. Well, I mean, those are cards of something, but it doesn't feel as huge as it should for the president of the United States to be blackmailed. So, Sneeze says, I've never seen the video. It all seems to be rumors. Okay. Okay. Page of Coins for the reading. Six of Wands, High Priestess, Ace of Swords. There's not much here. High Priestess, Ace of Swords. I mean, I realize High Priestess that could be secrets. Ace of Swords. I don't know if this just doesn't have much effect, but I'm not getting much here. I'm sorry. Mama Dosky says the video is real for sure. Old Silver says I saw it. Deb Hope says I saw it as well. Okay, so Valerie says I saw the video. Did he look shaken? What did it look like to you? Nine of Swords, misery. It might be something, but I'm not getting blackmail. It could be nasty, but I'm not getting blackmail. At least not overt. Okay. Valerie says he didn't look happy. Mama Toski says it was important what they showed to him. Okay. Tishy J says it was probably just a reminder. I find that matches the energy more. So, Kelpie says MBS showing him pictures of his handiwork. That would do it. That I would, yeah. But, Valerie says Trump looked like he knew he didn't have control over the situation. Yeah, that makes sense then. Just like a warning. Was it a warning? Rather than blackmail? Two of Swords, about decisions that Chicken Man makes. Decisions. Magician, how you're using your resources. Five of Swords, adding insult to injury. Conquest, defeat, destruction, big, loud judgment. Yeah, if it was shaken, it may very well. I'm getting the energy makes much more sense to me to be about being reminded just how bad these people are. So, Rambling On says I saw it too. He took one picture, folded it, put it in his pocket. His orange turned pale. I think that's what it was. So, anyway. Okay. All right. And I want to make sure that we get to this nice thing at the end. And those of you in New Zealand already know about this, but there are a lot of the rest of us don't or didn't. So I would like to introduce you to something they've been doing for a long time in New Zealand. Let me make sure I pull up the right picture. It's back here. Looking. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is the one before that or after that for 1 second? Forward, back. Okay. I love this, and I just wanted you to be aware of it. At 56:25, no, 56:30. All right. And New Zealand, you go. So if those of you in the U.S., the procedures, in Congress and the House and the Senate and all of this, and the arguments back and forth, and what the procedure and votes and all, it's big, it's complicated, it's right. In New Zealand, I love this. Wait, where is it? In New Zealand's parliament, a battered cookie tin decides which new laws get debated. It's a cookie tin. What kind of cookies came in this tin? Seriously. I mean, because the only cookie tins we tend to have here are the Danish cookie things, tins that people's grandmothers and great-grandmothers kept their sewing stuff in. But the battered cookie tin is awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, under the scrutiny of a black-robed official and before a hushed audience, a decorative cookie tin rattles like a bingo drum. Inside the future of New Zealand's laws. Bill numbers go into a cookie tin. They're shaken and pulled out at random. I love this. I absolutely love this. Yes, Sabine. Sweet. Yes, Maria, the Danish butter cookies. Yes. Oh. That's true, AJ. This looks more like our empty caramel popcorn tins. Yes, it does. Oh, 6 of coins. Oh, a little for you, little for me, a little back and forth. This, yeah, a little here, just a little bit. 8 of coins working. 9 of wands, page of cups. Yeah, that's never going to happen here. That is far too good of an idea. Anyway, but I just wanted to share that because not all government in the world is heinous. Nicholas, thank you. What is he saying? David Pakman is intent on leaving the country. The YouTube guy, David Pakman? Why? Yeah. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't watch him. It's not my favorite. Aaron Parnas, though, I'm there. I'm always checking his accounts. So, anyway. There we go. Stop screen. There we go. There. Okay, so. Chemical Squirrel says, oh, you mean the sewing tins? I know. Okay, so. All right, so anyway, that's going to do it for today. But thank you so much. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for being here. It is 1:21 p.m. here in Chicago at 3 o'clock. Sarah and I will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Links in the description box. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And tomorrow night is our monthly Patreon get-together. I don't have expensive tiers. The link's in the description. We get together on the last Saturday evening of every month, and you can come on screen. I can have up to 9 people on screen with me, and we talk back and forth. You can put faces to names. So we have great conversations, discussions. So do check out Patreon. Like I said, I don't have super expensive tiers. And that's a lot of fun. All right. That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. All right. Please remember you're not alone, that we are in this together, that there are good days ahead. There are. Hang in there. All right. And I will see you later. Thank you. Thank you.